We are now officially 1 month away from Fantastic Four first steps, right? Like, it's so funny, right? Because there is absolutely no hype behind this movie. This is something that I know it's a part of the big three releasing in July, but outside of that, there's no buzz. There is zero buzz behind this movie, mostly because look at all the slop that has come out of Marvel so far this year. Okay, because you had Captain Black Falcon America, man, bombed. Then you had Thunderbolts, bombed. New Avengers, bombed as well. That was so funny, right? They went to those great lengths to rebrand that movie, only to walk it back, and nobody even remembers that there was that brief period of time where they were trying to market this as the New Avengers. And even I think with the physical releases or the digital releases, one of them, they have it Thunderbolts asterisk and then still asterisk the New Avengers. That went over so well. And then on the TV front of things, they had Daredevil Born Again. Nobody talks about that, okay? But hey, don't worry guys, season 2 is going to be so much better because it's going to be the full realized vision of the new showrunners who put out some of the worst stuff imaginable in that series, okay? They were responsible for killing off Foggy and relegating Karen off to San Francisco. Like, oh, okay, cool. Making Kingpin set up his own lawless country in a port of New York because it's a free trade district, and he instituted an 8 p.m. curfew in New York. Like, it's so dumb. It's so bad. And then that's not even to speak about Ironheart, which is currently going on. Yeah, Marvel, the wheels have fallen completely off. But don't worry, guys. Fantastic Four is here to save you because this is going to be so great. And the final trailer dropped earlier this week, and bro, it fucking sucks. It is so bad. And I won't subject you guys to this stuff, but long story short, there's going to be a running gag throughout the movie where the Thing doesn't want to say it's clobbering time because this is very well written. And also, like, I pointed this out before, but the female Silver Surfer. Now, I know a lot of people, like Gary from Nerdrotic and a bunch of the more people that worry about the efficacy of a film based on its ability to properly adapt source material, but I don't really much care about, the Silver Surfer being a woman. It's that she's non-threatening and the CGI is absolutely atrocious. Like, okay, the one thing that you need to make certain when you're doing these characters, if you want to make them look believable, you have to nail the eyes. They did it with Gollum in the early 2000s, and they can't get it right 25 years later. What are we even doing? It looks so bad, and she's just like, I can play a little bit of her voice. It's just, it really ain't hitting, man. Okay, come on.
Galactus.
Oh wow, she has a little voice modulator on her. Galactus. Let's play the Herald part, because that shit's so fucking funny, man. But yeah. Oh no, because, hey man, it's the running joke. Oh my god, it's going to be, it's Clover time.
Never late for Sunday dinner.
Let's eat.
Hey, what time is it?
Oh,
It's dinner time. Get inside.
Oh no, and then the sky gets all funky because there's meteors coming down. Okay.
I herald his beginning.
Bro, that is so bad. It sounds like her voice is coming through a fucking drive-through speaker. I herald his coming. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Okay, the Silver Surfer is a bad motherfucker, but this is just some bitch at the fucking. She's the shift manager. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
I herald your end.
Oh my god, and then I herald Galactus. And that'll be 5:39 at the next window. Thank you, drive ahead. Yo, it's trash, man. And that's not even to speak of. Okay, cool. I just want to show you some CGI here. We don't need the sound because this shit is cringe as a motherfucker. Because, man, it's like, this really ain't hitting. Okay, but yo, look at that. Okay, they're flying through the air and the Thing has a fucking rock beard. Like, it's probably in the book somewhere, but fucking Johnny's hair ain't moving. Like, what the fuck are we doing, dude? This is a very likely a project that cost over $200 million, and you can't make his hair move, bro. People were spurging out about Superman blinking when he got hit in the head with a can. He's flying through the air at atmospheric levels, and his fucking hair is as stiff as Pedro Pascal when he puts on his female co-workers' clothes. Like, what are we doing out here, man? We talked about this earlier this week. I am not sure. I'm really divided on which of these major releases, Fantastic Four or Superman, has the worst marketing. At any given time, I could be convinced it's either one. And we'll talk about Superman next, but as it sits, like, at least... Actually, no, the Fantastic Four trailers just really haven't done anything for me. I know that there's people that are out there, it's like, I like the aesthetic, retro-futuristic, and it's like, yeah, cool. It's just like every other Marvel key jangle that has just propelled the slop franchise forward. It has nothing to do with the writing. It has nothing to do with the character works. It's just things I like that I can use my eyeballs to process. Fantastic stuff. Okay, no pun intended with that one. But while James Gunn is at the forefront of marketing for Superman, at least Marvel is putting Pedro out front, even though with all of those trailers, he's in the background and he just says a couple of lines. And that final trailer actually says a little bit more, and he's a little bit more assertive, but we've seen the leaks and we've heard them confirmed time and time again with new screenings. And it's like, yeah, this is a Sue Storm. He's just going to be dinking around in the background with a couple of fucking beakers going, oh, well, we can probably survive this and we can probably win. But, oh, so you're going to have to do all the heavy lifting because I'm scared, all right? I'm scared. But while Vanessa Kirby, okay, like outside of her early remarks about how this is going to be a different way for people to process gender politics for the modern audience, haven't really heard much from her after that. It's all been around Pedro Pascal, the flavor of the month in Hollywood, and now how he's redefining masculinity and why that's such a great thing. Like, no. Absolutely not. Robert Downey Jr. says Pedro Pascal becoming a star reaffirms my faith in our industry. Downey invited Pascal, yes, homework days, yes, during Avengers Doomsday filming. Now, I talked about how I thought that was a good idea, but Robert, just like you, also phoning in, okay, well, actually, having your publicist send in a video to Good Morning America and then doing that cringe fake FaceTime video with Dominique Thorne on Tuesday, you are really putting your credibility out to pasture, man. Pascal's slow trajectory to becoming a household name, who is on a wildly hot streak, kind of reaffirms my faith in our industry. What? No, okay, he's everywhere, right? But how can you quantify his success? He was in a show that just cratered. Absolutely cratered in The Last of Us Season 2. Most of it coincided with, his character getting killed off, but he was still in flashbacks, and there was an episode that he was very much integral to, and that show died, and he's still going to be in a fair number of flashbacks for Season 3, if anybody's going to be watching. And okay, cool, he's the face of another dead franchise in Star Wars, and he's going to be starring in the, I think we can definitively say at this point in time, the lowest performing Star Wars movie. I'm willing to go ahead and just throw that assertion out there right now. Like, its competition is Solo, but I still think Mandalorian and Grogu is going to make less money than Solo at the box office. That sounds wild to think, but what type of a lead-in is that movie going to be getting? Ahsoka Season 2? Bro. But he's on a hot streak? Like, is anybody going to watch Eddington? That's supposed to be coming out next month. But he's in a bunch of things, okay? Materialist is out right now, and it's making like $6 at the theaters. He's an astroturfed proposition. And how the industry is sweeping for this guy, it's been a long time since we've seen this type of astroturfed campaign for an actor. Like, Sam Worthington's push in the mid to late 2000s has nothing on what they're doing for Pedro right here. Vanessa Kirby details viral Pedro Pascal, Comic-Con arm rub contradicts past anxiety narrative. Yeah, because that's the way that it was sold. Oh my god, yeah. Oh, look at how endearing Pedro is, a 50-year-old man who needs to hold his female co-star's hand. It's like, okay, cool, if you guys are fucking, that's one thing, okay? You can't keep your hands off of one another. That's fucking, that would be pathetic in one way, but by saying, oh no, he has anxiety issues and he just needs to be close to somebody at all times, it's like, what a fucking bitch. But the infamous Comic-Con arm rub and hand-holding between Fantastic Four co-stars Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby is being re-examined again in the fallout from Pedro's heinous loser comments about Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling continues to ripple across social media. But now Kirby herself has weighed in. Okay, and the explanation contradicts much of what fans and media previously claimed about the encounter. The viral clip in question came, during San Diego Comic-Con last year. Pascal reaches out, rubs Kirby's arms, and then extends his hands toward her. The moment quickly made the rounds online, and everybody's like, that shit's fucking weird, but alright. One outlet claimed Vanessa Kirby comforts anxious co-star Pedro Pascal. Now Kirby is telling a different story. Okay, what happened is we're both incredibly nervous going out there in front of thousands of people who love this comic, right? me to know that we're in this together, and I found it a lovely gesture, and he was very glad to squeeze his hand, and I was very glad to squeeze his hand back. Oh, fuck off. So what, you were both scared, and that's supposed to make things better? And because he's such a leader and such a great role model, and oh, he can sense your perceived inadequacies and be a real leader, that makes him the ideal interpretation of masculinity, according to, yes, a Hollywood director claims Pedro Pascal is what we want in masculinity. How did we get here? Well, I could tell you. How long do you have? But to just sum everything up, we have reached the mountaintop in regards to lifting women up, Ironheart and Fantastic Four first and foremost, and tearing men down, Alden Ehrenreich and Pedro Pascal being elevated to the point of, oh no, this is what we want in men. We want twitchy, bitchy, emotional wrecks. That's what masculinity is, right? Because everything that is traditionally masculine, it's all been demonized. All of the guys that go out there and tell you that, hey, to be a man is to accept your masculine burden of performance and get better. Confidence creates competence, which creates accomplishments. No. All that stuff is terrible. Just get on a handful of SSRIs and just be a fucking defective woman, because being a man is terrible. Being a woman is fucking awesome. That's been the programming for, I would argue, 60 years at this point. It's just, we've reached the mountaintop on this stuff. Peak absurdity. It's just, here's the one good thing, man. Who's pushing this stuff the hardest? Hollywood and mass media. Where is Hollywood and mass media's overall popularity right now? In the fucking toilet. People are full sail rejecting this. Even if they aren't consciously aware of it, they subconsciously understand that, oh yeah, this is not actually what we want. They might verbally tell you something different, but internally, okay, how many of those videos do you need to check? I think, what's her name there? Jojo Siwa. I'm not even entirely sure what the fuck she does, but she's been running around for years telling everybody, I'm gay, and then she ends up getting some good dick. And then all of a sudden, I'm straight. It's like, oh, interesting, huh? Same with, Demi Lovato, who was running around as a fat, pilled-up mess, telling everybody to respect my personal pronouns, and then she gets dick down long stroke style, and then all of a sudden, oh yeah, I'm a good woman. And it's like, oh, interesting how all that shit fucking works, huh? Filmmaker Spike Jonze recently declared that Pedro Pascal is what we want in masculinity. Well, it might be what you want in masculinity, but now that people have seen Hollywood's morals writ large, they're like, oh, this totally makes sense. But we totally don't want this. The statement isn't just a compliment from a director to an actor. It's a declaration of Hollywood's, new agenda. It's not new, man. Traditional male archetypes, once defined on the big screen by, John Wayne, Chuck Norris, Stallone, Schwarzenegger, have been traded in for thigh-high boots, designer crop tops, and tear-streaked monologues about personal trauma. Now, here's one thing, man. You got some issues. You got things that are tough. I understand. Okay, I'm not going to be somebody who says, men don't cry or anything like that. It's just out in public and not being able to control your emotions. Like if you're around your guys, if you're around your masculine role models, people that you respect and respect you in kind, if you break down when you're expressing your problems in life, that's one thing. But to just go out there in public like that because that's what Pedro Pascal does, it's like, no, man. The way that they want to characterize, John Wayne, Chuck Norris, Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, all of the different rogues gallery of previously successful Hollywood icons that have either passed away or moved on, or in the case of Stallone, still going strong. I like to characterize them as being hyper masculine, okay? And hyper masculinity and toxic masculinity are two interchangeable descriptors rather. And I want to know what's hyper masculine. What is toxically masculine about being competent and confident in what you're doing? And hey, in the case of Rambo, if you watch that first one, he is very much struggling with with his past in Vietnam, okay? And then also in Rocky, which is, for my money, the best sports movie ever made, okay? This isn't somebody who fucking nails everything all perfectly. No. He isn't Ray or Captain Marvel after all. He isn't flawless by any means. Being jacked and accomplishing your goals, that is something to be derided instead of aspiring to. I don't get it. I really do not get it. And everything that, hypermasculinity is being loud and aggressive. It's like, no, man, once again, you are lumping in guys who have no emotional control into the group of otherwise confident and successful leaders. Hollywood is trying to recategorize and dictate to you what masculinity is. But in reality, you intrinsically know what's going on. You have a gut feeling about this, and it's not meshing with what they're telling you. They understand that they're losing power. This desperation cycle is spinning out of control. And I think come July, once Pedro has to reckon with a fantastic bomb on the horizon, Hollywood isn't going to know whether to shit or get off the pot, because the way that things are looking, they're not going to have an industry to push their propaganda with for much longer. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo, and I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.